Hello everyone, and thank you for watching. Today is a holiday special, meaning it's the 4th of July. It is Independence Day for Americans and a time to celebrate. So in today's video, we're going to talk about what it is, why it's important, how it got started, and then some of my history. And truth starts right here. Honor God and choices. That fear doesn't thwart you. Thank you for needing some attention and ensuring that I move on to my next task. I am a traveler. Okay, so what it is and why it's important. The 4th of July is a holiday, a federally recognized holiday, and most times paid holiday, which is a celebration of its own. And it is an opportunity for us to celebrate the sacrifice that the signers of the Declaration of Independence took when they committed treason, a punishment worthy of death in that time. And I'm sure only by the faith of God they could do that, to extinguish our relationship of ownership from King George and Great Britain. What that means is we are now considered our own country, and we need one of these to get in now. So for a little bit of history about the 4th of July, it was the accumulation of many historical events like the Revolutionary War, the Boston Tea Party, and other many incidents that led to our Declaration of Independence. And that declaration separated us from Great Britain and King George, the rule of the monarchy. And it was the original 13 colonies, which are the stripes on the American flag, if you didn't know, and the stars were added later. They were for the states. Those 13 colonies took a risk, and they were not perfect by any means, but they took that risk with a faith that God would deliver them and set them free and give them their own opportunities to be their own people of their own country. In 1776, they started this memorable date of the birth of our country, America. And that has led to the reason of 4th of July. So that is why we celebrate with parades and concerts, and maybe not those due to COVID-19 this year, but hopefully barbecues and fireworks. Speaking of fireworks, I started my job process right here at Double D Fireworks. My first job was at a fireworks stand, and I did actually have to work the 4th of July. This is what I was wearing, just in case you wanted a picture. And I had a good time there. I didn't really have experience working yet, so it was a little different. I worked in sales, and I have a sales experience now, but I also got to see people really happy who were excited to blow things up. So we are at one of my favorite places to spend 4th of July. It was mainly my preteen years and my teenage years that I spent 4th of July up here, but this is the roof of my mom's house. And it just has such great views. It's really tall. It's a 2-story house, so I definitely have more availability on what I can see. But people would set them off in the streets. People would buy the really big ones that they would go off, and it would be so beautiful, and it's so gracious to watch. And you can sit on either side of the roof. I'm sitting on the front side right now, and I was just very grateful to be able to sit on the roof and just enjoy this special holiday. So this is one of my favorite places when I was younger to spend the 4th of July. All right, so we are currently in one of my favorite spots in the house, and it's actually not in the house. It's the stool here in the pool. This is one of the places that I used to sit and just watch all of the big fireworks. One of the best places and best seats in the house. So another portion of my 4th of July starts with an outfit like this. I went riding a few years ago. Mr. K and I were headed to his dad's house to have a 4th of July celebration. And I got a little cocky. I wasn't confident, I was being cocky, and I took a turn too quickly, and I ended up having my first motorcycle accident, meaning that the bike hit some gravel, Gigi hit some gravel, and then came out from under me, and I ended up on the side of the road. And thankfully, when I was riding, I was wearing my helmet, and I had the Senna, which is the Bluetooth, and when I hit the ground, it hit the Senna, and it transferred me to Mr. K. So he knew immediately what was happening because he could hear what I was saying, and I'm really grateful that he came back to help me, and he helped me stand up and get everything together. But here, I talk about a little bit regarding what that meant and why it was so painful. So I love to ride my motorcycle, but that was my first accident, and I did have to ride the rest of the way to his dad's house because I was in a lot of pain, but I was really embarrassed. That was my first accident. I was clearly being cocky, and I had made a mistake, and I was going too fast on that turn anyway, so it was my fault, and it was not a good situation. But I'm really grateful Mr. K helped me up. He helped me get where I needed to go, and then I was able to clean my wounds and spend the rest of that time with Mr. K and his family and just enjoy this little bit. So by the grace of God, I survived my motorcycle accident on the 4th of July and was able to spend the rest of the day with Mr. K and his family. And then so the next year, which was last year, we decided to take it easy, and we just had a Stranger Things marathon, which I realize now is not the most spiritually sound, but I did really enjoy just spending time with Mr. K and the kitties. This year is going to be a little different, meaning that I am in a different state than I normally am, and I am by myself. So this year I get an opportunity to really be grateful for all of the 4th of Julys that have occurred, that I have had an opportunity to spend with family and loved ones. But this year I get to spend it with my kitties and with God. So it's just to remind myself that this day was an important day in history due to the fact that people made a lot of sacrifices so I could live where I live today in the way I live today. And I'm very grateful for that. And I do miss my friends and family, but you know, it's okay. It's okay because it's a new beginning, and it's a new opportunity to be grateful and to look at the world in a new way. So probably this year I will just spend being grateful. Hopefully I'll get to watch some illuminations in the sky, and probably watch National Treasure 1 and 2. So thank you for that, and I hope that you'll keep watching. So now that you know a little bit about what the 4th of July is, why it's so important to Americans, how we celebrate, as well as how it got started, and my history of 4th of July. I hope that you have a wonderful 4th of July of your own, get to eat a lot of food, spend time with your family and friends, and just enjoy watching the illuminations in the sky. So, ich liebe dich, je t'aime, te quiero, and a bientôt, which means I'll see you soon.